So hello and welcome to this new piano jazz concept video. Today we're going to harmonize this beautiful song by Michel, Legrand, What Are You Doing the Rest of Your Life? And well, without further ado, I say let's jump right into it. So the song begins with a long pickup, which is very interesting and quite uncommon, because with these 7 notes, Legrand defines the tonality of A minor, and more precisely we hear the harmonic minor system. Okay, so let's see what we can do to harmonize this pickup. So the easiest way to go is to use contrary motion. So we can add a sort of counter melody, almost like a counterpoint, to emphasize the main line. So here I choose to begin with the second voice very close to the melody. And I'm going to expand progressively the relationship between the melody and the lower notes. So in addition, we can use this starting point to go from a simple interval to a 3-note chord, and finally a 4-note chord. The easiest way to find and understand this motion is by targeting a specific chord. Here, an E13. Okay, this is an E7 with the 9 and the 13. And this will sound like a preparation chord for the A minor that will begin the song afterwards. And it's the key here to find a proper way to conduct progressively these 2, then 3 notes to this destination chord, to this E13, and then the E7 sus4 flat 9. All right, so let's see what we can do. So here we have 2 parts: the soprano and the alto singing or playing the same note. Okay. And when the soprano goes on with the melody, the alto stays on the note C. Alright, and if we do this, right away we have a 3-part chord. Then the bass goes to the major 7th. Alright, then the minor 7th, and then with the divisi of the alto we hear the full E13 chord. But of course it's a rootless voicing. But even so, with the expression of the triton in this context, we will clearly perceive the dominant function that will lead us to the tonic. Again. So there is another way, a richer way to harmonize the pickup. Nevertheless, it will rely on the same principle. That is to say, we are going to target a chord, but this time we will move backwards in order to find the most logical progression. So this time the destination chord is E9 sus4 in a wider position than earlier. Right, so we know that the E7 chord and the B flat 7 chord are related because they share the same triton. We say that the B flat 7 is the sub 5 or the chromatic dominant of E7. And well, if we look at the notes of this E7 sus4, we can see that several voices are very close to a B flat 7. Check it out. We have the F right here, the B flat. Let the D sound here, and then we can go to the A flat. See? And now I'm going to play 2 more passing chords. And to choose these chords, I don't necessarily have to use functional harmony any longer. I can go with simple parallel motion. That is to say, I will find a way to keep the tetrad or the triad going up in a chromatic motion. So, next to this B flat, we can see that we have a B triad that is waiting for us. And if we add the melody, we hear a D flat sus4 with a major 10th in the melody. And if we keep going, of course, we land on a C triad. There the melody would be the 3rd of the chord. At this point we've done most of the job. We only have 2 extra notes to harmonize. By the way, whenever you get stuck doing this kind of voice leading research, it can be very interesting to go back to the original motion. A little bit like digging a tunnel from both of the endpoints simultaneously, in order to meet somewhere in the middle. So now the new target chord is this C triad, for instance. So how can we go from the note C in the melody to this new target chord? Because we have this motion. Right? We've found this so far. Okay? So, well, we could add a B like we did earlier, but we immediately have a feeling. We realize that this is going to be a stretch to land on this C triad to go to this note G here. Or we could try to begin with another interval. So since we are in the key of A minor, playing an A underneath the melody seems perfectly fine. And now the question is, can we link smoothly this interval with the C major triad? Yes, of course we can. So, because if we divide, once again, our 2 top voices, okay, like this. So we keep the C sounding, and with the bottom note, we go through the major 7th to the G. We approach the C triad very easily and logically. So now that the 2 endpoints have met, we can play the whole progression once. Okay, so option A was this one. And option B was this. So now the song really begins. This is the A section. So we've landed on an A minor odd 9 chord, no 7th so far. And from here the left hand is pretty much going to do all the work. So first